can't even give a music right. Whatever. Family join together. See, like, we can be preachers, but we still have areas of expertise.
Well, see, here's the thing that, and I'm gonna toot my own horn real quick. Okay, these are my sons and daughters. I teach them to do something other than pulpit. Now, if pulpit is, if you are full-time ministry, you work it like a full-time job. It's a job. Find you an office. If it's an office, if you in a storefront, find you a corner to put you an office in. You work it like a job. And Tasha, Elder Moore, I always tease her. And when I started ministry, she was years ago, she was the first young person to give their life to the Lord in the ministry that I was pastoring then in South Carolina. And I look to see her now. She's not just a phenomenal preacher, teacher, which every preacher wants to develop. She's a business owner. Her and her husband own businesses. And a business has franchise locations. And then not only do they have that business, you heard her say, she's into real estate. She's selling houses. And that is transformed from selling houses to teaching people how to buy houses. So she's not just selling houses so that she can fill her pockets, but she's teaching people how they can have ownership. That's what we need to start talking. And as a presiding leader, I have to do it even more so on a larger scale. I've done it with individuals, but post-pandemic, we're having these conversations because I need my leaders to have good credit so that they can train their people to have good credit. Well, what am I going to do? All I'm doing is preaching. Well, no, you're more than a preacher. What is it that you're more than? Bishop is one of the, now, he's so deep. I love it. He's so deep and so humble at the same time. But he's deep, in his deepness is he's trying to be modest. Not only is he a phenomenal preacher, this boy will get on a keyboard and play the paint off the walls. Phenomenal worshiper. Listen, on the Sundays, make it make money. I tell everybody, make it make money. There's something in you. God has placed something in you. We got to pull out. I look around at our church all the time, even here local. We have bakers. So we partnered with our CEP Impact Program, our Chamber of Economic Partnership, and they're going to be presenting tomorrow here in the conference. Where I think they had a class and they launched 13 new businesses from members in the church and the community. Develop streams of income. We stopped talking about that. We start talking about bring all you tithes and offerings into the storehouse. But we forget, we need to make sure that they folk got stuff in their house. Right. And what do? Pastors and leaders need to look past just praising and worshiping God. Because see, that's the substratum you build on. That's the foundation. Knowing who Jesus is, worshiping him, praising him, giving him glory. But once you get up off your knees, you need to work while it's day. And it's not just about saving a soul for you to come to church. Saving a soul so they won't be homeless on the streets. Right. Saving a soul so they don't have to deal with domestic violence. Saving a soul where their children are really being educated. You know, y'all know what's going on here in Florida where they're trying to eradicate black folks' history. Like, the slave trade was a career center, But we have to educate our communities. We got to teach our people that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. God made you to exist for a purpose and a reason. And I'm going to shut up because that's my heart. Quit. You're not defeated. So I'm just thinking in this church, in Greater New Hope alone, there's like 5 or 6 business owners now. We didn't have that pre-pandemic. We got folk that are skilled in, one of the elders here is one of the greatest mathematicians in the world. So he's not just a preacher and a teacher, but he's working, teaching. He's a teacher. What else is in you other than your dance? I love to see a good buck. Lord have mercy, I love it. Listen, if a Hammond ain't in the church, I really have an issue. I need to hear the Hammond. I need to hear that Leslie holler. Every now and again, I love all the worship and the smoke screens and the lights and all that kind of stuff. LEDs, I love all that. But every now and then, I need a tambourine, a washboard, and a Hammond. That's all I need. But guess what? After you get done with that,
what else do you do?
How are you getting home? Do you have a car? And for me, and I told the church, I think I told the church, and if I haven't told them, I'm going to tell them this soon. I need y'all to be blessed so I can go ahead and get something. Because I refuse to be the stereotypical pastor that's driving around in Maseratis and Rolls Royces and Maybachs, and everybody may be walking. I'm not doing that because that shows poor leadership to me on my, that makes me a pimp, not a preacher.
But can I stop you real quick?
Of course, it's your show.
Why are we so focused on the luxury items as a church?
Because they nice.
I understand. But I think the Reverend Ikes of the seasons got us so caught up with the Bentleys and stuff because don't get me wrong, like I got a BMW, so I can't talk. So, but why is it that?
Let me ask you, why did you get the BMW?
Because I wanted.
There you go. That's the difference. Being moved from people looking at it and say, oh, well, he got a BMW, or I get it because I like it. See, I'll tell you, I love a bag, and I used to be moved by a bag. Now I buy a bag because it's what I love, not because I need you to tell me, oh, a nice bag. I can tell myself that. And I think that that's the difference when we come to a place of doing the things because it's what I want to do. It's not what I need people to see me do.
But you don't buy the bag and your lecture's about to be cut off.
Oh, no, I tell them quick, oh, I'm going to leave my daughters the bag, but they will have something to put in the bag.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I said, that's the difference when we come to that place. I got a closet full of them. And that is not leaving a legacy to them. What I show them every single day about building your credit. Go out there and one thing that I realized is I'm good with words. I never, okay, hush, Dad. He used to tell me that all the time. And I didn't realize that I can take being good with words and turn that into something that brought a return, gave me some revenue, right?